What's up, guys? Welcome back. What is this? I Open Shit Session 8, Episode 8. Another unboxing. 2 parts. Got one coming in the mail in about 4 days, but you'll see it immediately with the magic of editing. Man, you gotta see what I got. Man, you gotta see what I got and for what I got it for. Anyway, let's open this. This box looks beat, but what's in there you really can't destroy. But so, let's go for it. Wow, talk about tape. Jesus. All right, we're gonna have to go about this a different way. All right, let's close this up before I cut my fucking arm. All right, so maybe you can see what's in here. I can't believe that these are coming along so fast. Of all things. Yeah, that's right. We're making another HC104 TB. I thought that was going to be the hardest part, but I'm finding them left and right. That's a great thing. Well, we're also kind of making them. We're not making them the wrong way or anything. We're just using the proper parts. We're buying 2 of everything and joining them, because otherwise, since we've been doing this, I've seen one actual 104 HC104 TB pop up, literally one. The rest has been buying the lower model stilt stands and buying the 6904s to make it. Gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Actually, that's wrong, too. I got the one from Japan, which is in beautiful shape. So like the one from Japan, let's see if we've got all the hardware and everything's in good shape. Again, it was advertised as excellent shape. Let's see if I can, get number 2. That's actually how it was advertised. All right. Make sure everything holds. Let's see if we're going to have to do any repairs. I don't think so on this one. Yep, that's factory. It's got the memory lock. Yeah, that's tight. We're good. We're good. Beautiful, right? Okay. That goes in there nice and tight. Do we have any collar spinning? We don't even need this part. This is a 6904 base. I've got a million of these. But as you know, I have one left over. So, the top part of a 6904. There you go, man. Our 5th HC104 TB. I need one more. You know how good that feels? I thought these were going to be the hardest to find. Because those absolutely took me like a year to get all of them. And behind you is the Damage Incorporated kit to get those 6904s. Took me like 7 months. But anyway, here we are a couple months in. We've got 5. We need one more. One more. This is great. So anyway, like this in an instant, you'll see what else came in the mail. And just like that, we are back. We are off the table, a little too big, and very hard to get in frame. So we're down here on the floor again. We've been here before. But here's a box full of 1 pair of drumsticks. Actually, I'm just kidding. Let's open this. Wait till you see what I got inside. Now, I know we've been focusing on the Pour Touring Me Silver Sparkles a lot, and I've kind of neglected the M72 Seasons kit. But sometimes stuff pops up at such a good price you really have to jump on it. I wasn't even looking for this. It just popped up on, you know how they recommend things you may like? Well, I liked it all right. So I jumped on it. Imagine that, one pair of drumsticks in there. If it was Amazon. Alrighty. Hopefully you are all in frame. Looks like it is packed very well. Receipt here. All right. Well, you can tell what it is from the bass drum heads. I'm not going to use those. There you go. That's pretty cool. Star Classic. I didn't know they had muffling on the outside. Did anybody else know that? I am learning that for the first time. Cool. Well, it's a bass drum, guys. You know I have 2 bass drums already for the Poor Touring Me kit, so what else could this be? It's packed very well. I think I got this from California Drums. Yeah, California Drums. Really, really good price. Shipped really quick. Packed really well. No complaints. Alright, let's get this out. Look at this, guys. Holy shit. That is our first 16x22 kick. Star Classic. Where is the sticker? I don't see it. Babinga. I don't even know what the hell Babinga is. But here it is. A 16x22. And the wonderful thing about this is, now that we have one 16x22, it opens us up to buy an entire kit off of Sweetwater. We don't have to search. It's hard to find the 2 bass drum kits, believe it or not. We got some more stuff in here. Here's the other hoop. Let me get you guys off this tripod now that you've seen. All right, that kind of sucked on the floor, so let's get it up here in front of Damaged Justice. We can all see better, get a better look at it, and we'll talk about it. So you have a Thomas Star Classic Performer, Electron Blue, black nickel hardware, very nice. Unfortunately, not dark enough for us. We're still going to have to sandblast and paint it to get it as close as possible, or identical to the M72 Tour Kit. Babinga and Birch, I believe this particular model was, in Electron Blue. Could be Walnut. I have to check the catalog, but still, that's here nor there. It'll all work out. 16x22, very nice color, very nice shape. I'm really happy with this one. So now this opens us up for a 5-piece because, you know, the double bass configurations are kind of hard to find. I mean, you can, but you're going to really pay a premium for it. But this opens us up for a 5-piece, whether we go new or used. Probably going to go used. These were so oversold. I mean, everybody's drunk uncle who thought they were a rock star has got a Thomas Star Classic Performer and paid top dollar. Now they want to move them on. I see them on Marketplace all the time. But that's down in the future. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck this away a few months, couple of years, who knows, because we got to finish the Poor Touring Me. But like I said, it was such a good price. Initially it popped up. It was on there for a while, $425, but I shot an offer for $300, and they actually accepted. Of course, we had to pay tax and shipping, so it came back up to $4 and change. But that's better than what it would have been if we agreed to $425. But look at these on eBay and Reverb, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They go for quite a bit of money. So I had to jump on this. But very nice. Great start, M72, our first piece. But we're going to get back to the Poor Touring Me. We need 1 stand, 3 clamps. Can you imagine that? 1 stand, 3 clamps, and then we're going to kind of transition to building it. We got to wrap it, prep the shells. We still have to build a pad. We got all kinds of things to do. This project, even though we're deep, we got a long way to go. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I see you soon with the last couple of acquisitions, and if the market's dry, we'll continue with the M72 Tour Kit pieces. Who knows which way it's going to go. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Are you enjoying this? You want to see something different? Any comments or suggestions? I love them. Love talking to you guys. Hope everyone's enjoying the project so far.
But this is going to end this segment. We're going to move on to pricing, and I have something new to introduce. Income, because with these projects, there's always income. You always get some extra stuff you can sell. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Let's move on to the last few segments.
Okay, so let's talk money, everyone's favorite segment. This is where we keep track of how much we've spent and what we've spent it on. If you're having a hard time understanding, please check out some of our older videos where I explain all these challenges. So anyway, the last time we spoke about money, this is exactly where we left off, and these are the totals. So this episode, we have the Tama Titan 6904, in which we used the top half, and we mated it with a HC104 TV base. We spent $160 all in on that. And then we have the Tama Star Classic 16x22 kick drum, our first part for the M72 tour kit. When all was said and done, after I made the offer, paid the tax, and paid the shipping, we spent $410 all in. A great price when you really sit down and think about it. So, the $160 will apply to challenges 2 and 3, because it has nothing to do with challenge 1 and getting both shell kits on the ground. The $410 will apply to all 3 challenges, because it has everything to do with the shell kit on the ground. So let's add those up and get our new totals. So anyway, that ends the spent segment, and now we're going to introduce something a little bit different, something new. This is called the income segment, so let's switch over to that. Okay, well, let's talk about income, because it is part of the project, especially when you deal with this older vintage shit. So anyway, it's no secret I've done we'll just call it the Master, Justice, and Black kits, the tour kits, and over the years I was left with a huge amount of surplus. I've really sold all the toms and all the bigger stuff, but I went through the draw recently, the same draw as you saw in the snare stand repair video. Nobody had any interest in the comments, so I went through it myself, and I picked a bunch of stuff to sell. I reduced my stock by half at least, and I threw some stuff on eBay, sold some stuff in the markets, marketplace, and on the group message boards. And this is what we sold. So I sold these 4 Gibraltar wing nuts and screws. I got 20 in the end. They were eBay. Somebody shot me an offer for 20, so I netted 15. A fella really wanted this. This is a Tama Grand Star tom mount in piss poor shape, but the guy really needed it. So I think I sold it on eBay for 35, netted 25. Here's a drop clutch from Tama. I think I got 20 on that in the end after everything. And then we sold some Tama Grand Star lugs, highly sought after. I got 40 for the pair after everything. So in the end, I netted $100. So let's add that to the income chart. I'm going to put that right up there, 100. Now this is going to be lopsided. It is not going to fill up as fast as the spending drains. But that's part of it. So anything I sell in the future, every couple of episodes, we'll put up here towards income. And in the last episode, when we finish both projects, we'll subtract it from the grand total. We're not going to go crazy and go through the challenges. We'll just subtract it from the grand total. All right, so I really do appreciate you tuning into episode 8. Thank you so very much, keeping the channel going, keeping me motivated to do this shit. But hopefully I see you soon with the last couple of acquisitions. 3 clamps, 1 stand. I can't believe we are here already. Still got a lot to do, though. So, in the meantime, hope you all are well, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. So, thank you for tuning into episode 8, guys.